happy to have you all today here. Woo! I'm personally very happy to get to wear the traditional Jordan wear. And today, as you know, we have Jordan for our fourth KAIST 1 presentation for the semester. I would like to thank the team for their effort to put together this event. They have prepared so much. I hope you guys can enjoy. Of course, I would like to thank ISSS for their efforts to support the international community in KAIST. Presentation, quiz, there are gifts. We have traditional wear fashion show, and we have food. We have very good food. So I hope you guys can enjoy. Please welcome Khalid.
Oh, thank you, Huda, and thank you everyone for coming here today. And I'm glad to welcome you to KAIST 1 event. And first, I would like to thank the ISSS for hosting this event, and the Jordan Embassy for coming here today. And they bring some gifts for you. So my name is Khalid. I'm from the Nuclear Engineering Department. I'm doing my PhD. And today I'm glad to present my country to you. So in presenting my country, first I will start with the name of my country. So the official name of Jordan is the Hashemite Kingdom of Jordan. So we are kingdom. We have a queen, king, and a royal family. But this is the flag of Jordan, and here is the official logo of the country. And Jordan goes by only Jordan, not the Hashemite Kingdom of Jordan. So, like, to make it easy for everyone, we call it as Jordan. And in our native language, it's called Al-Mamlaka Al-Urduniyya Al-Hashimiyya, or simply Urdun. It's called Urdun. So can you say Urdun with me? Urdun, yeah. So it's easy, I guess, yeah. So I will start by. I will start. Okay. So I will start presenting Jordan, and let's start with the location of Jordan. So Jordan is a Middle Eastern country. We are in the Middle East. It's an Asian country, and it's almost a landlocked country. So we have borders with Syria, Palestine, Iraq, Israel, and Saudi Arabia. And we have a coastal on the Red Sea. We have a coast on the Red Sea, on the Gulf of Aqaba. And it's a quite small country. It's the total area is 90,000 kilometers square. And comparing to South Korea, so it's slightly smaller than Korea. It's around 100 kilometers square. So it's a quite small country in area-wise. And now you know the location of Jordan. So it's now to know who are the people of Jordan. So we are called in English as Jordanians, and in our native language is Al-Urduniyun. Al-Urduniyun. So can you say it? Yeah. So you need to twist your lung many times, like Al-Urduniyun. So our population is around 10 million people. 70% of them are citizens. The other 30%, they are not citizens, as you can see here. So the other 30% citizens, they are mainly from Syria and Palestine and Egypt. They came for different reasons, even as a seek refuge in Jordan or even working in Jordan for different reasons. But Syrians are the most non-Jordanians in Jordan. And actually, Jordan is quite famous of its young population. So almost 80% of our population are less than 40 years old. And when you go to Jordan, actually, you can notice this. You see a lot of young people. So as you can, like 80% of the people are less than 40. And it's a quite interesting fact about Jordan, I believe so. And most of the people in Jordan are Arab. 95% we are Arab people. And The other 5% mainly are from Circassians, Chechens, and Armenians. Those are the minorities in Jordan. I'm sorry, I forgot to. Oh, sorry. Yeah. It's not a lecture, so I forgot. Okay. So the official language of Jordan is Arabic. So we speak Arabic, and as you can see, here is the population of Jordan, how it's distributed in Jordan. Most of the population are located in the north and eastern part of Jordan, and the capital city is Amman, where most of the people are living in Jordan. And now you know the location of Jordan, you know who are Jordanians, Al-Urduniyun, so it's time to greet us in our own native language. So, so let's try to do it. So we have two kinds of greetings. The first one is the casual one, I will call it. It's like marhaba. So can you say marhaba? And the more formal one is assalamu alaikum. Okay, so what's the informal one? Is no, you're not good. Let's say it again. Marhaba. No, sound. Okay, the formal one is assalamu alaikum. So I guess it's quite easy. It's not that difficult, I guess. But this is only step one. Okay? So we need to introduce you the step two. Step two is it's not only in Jordan, it's a Middle Eastern country. All the countries in the Middle East, we do this. So, and it's quite complicated. There is no specific rules. It's okay. So the second one is cheek kissing. So there is no proper way, or there is no specific method you need to describe it for you. So it's a really funny thing in our culture, we believe, and many comedians, they had many jokes about this. So I will show you one video about this, so you can understand what I do mean about it.
I'm going to talk about the serious topics tonight. I'm here to deal with some serious issues like that, like the whole issue between them. Another serious issue a lot of people don't talk about in the Middle East. People of that part of the world, people of the Middle East, when we see each other, how many kisses are we going to do? In the West, you say hi, what's up, high five, you move on. We kiss, we do the cheek to cheek, right? But every country is different, it's confusing. Lebanon, you guys do 3, okay? Egypt, they do 2. I was in Lebanon, I got used to 3. I went to Egypt. I went to say hello to this guy. I went 1, 2, I went for 3, he wasn't into it. I told him, I said, no, I was just in Lebanon. He goes, I don't care where you are, you stay where you are. Then I went to Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia, they go 1, 2, and then they stay on the same side. They go 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. It's like a night at the Roxbury. What is love, baby? Yeah, next time you see a Saudi, look closer. They're a little bit tilted, just a little bit.
So not only politics is complicated in the Middle East. So kissing is always complicated. So he mentioned about Lebanon, Egypt, and Saudi Arabia, but he didn't mention Jordan. So I think it's kind of weird to ask someone to try it with me. So I prepared. I looked for the Jordanian drama to see, like, if you are center of an occasion, how can you? It's a video. You can show how we do kiss each other. Yeah. Okay. So this is like less than 40 seconds video clip, but it contains more than 50 kisses. So it's not only like cheeky thing, you should have that sound. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so if you came to Jordan, don't only say marhaba or salam alaikum. You should show us more passion and, and more love. Okay? So this is like how you greet us. And okay. So usually when you think about Middle East, so many people they will think it's desert, which is a quite right thing to think about. So if you Google Jordan, those are the kind of pictures you will find. So it's like desert. This is called Wadi Ram. I will talk about it later. You will see people wearing camels and enjoying their desert life. And actually, it's quite true. But Jordan is not all desert. This is like one fact about Jordan. It's not only desert. So actually, in Jordan we have snow. And it's, yeah, so most people got surprised about this fact. We have snow in Jordan, yeah, it snows in Jordan. And it snows like quite heavily in some areas. So where do I live? Like a few years ago, it got almost like 70 centimeters, the snow, or 1 meter in different areas. So we have snow, don't be surprised. The first time I saw snow in my life was in Jordan, not in Korea. So, so and we also have mountains, the green mountains. And we have our own version of cherry blossoms. So this is different trees, the way different kind of trees like in Korea, but it has the similar kind of flowers in the springtime. So we do have some kind of cherry blossoms. And again, so Middle East, it's all desert, then it's oil-rich countries. Yeah, we are super rich, right? In Jordan, we got somehow lucky, so we don't have all desert. We have our snow, we have our like green lands, and we have our cherry blossoms. But unfortunately, we are not that lucky. So you take something, and we give you something. So Jordan has no oil actually. We don't. Yeah. So we prefer the desert maybe. So there is no oil in Jordan, and we import like 100% of our oil in Jordan. And this, I guess, makes many people confusing. So, okay, you're Middle East, you don't have oil, so how your economy works? Like, what's your economy based on what? So this is the GDP per sector in Jordan. And actually, it's really diversified. Like, we have different sectors, but as you can see, tourism has contributes 20% of our economy. The reason why that Jordan is a very historical rich country, so we have many things to offer, and many people can come and visit many things, and it's a quite small country, so you can you can travel conveniently in Jordan. Actually, I looked for the things we have in Jordan, the archaeological places we have in Jordan, and actually this is like a small list what we have. We have more than 100 places people can visit, and so therefore, the tourism is really important in Jordan, and it's really supporting the economy. So actually, I can't speak about everything in today's presentation, but I will highlight some parts about the things we are proud we have it in Jordan. And the most important thing, the most important place if you are in Jordan you need to visit, it's called Petra city. And Petra was the capital city of the Nabatean kingdom. It's believed it was built around the 4th century BC. And the dates are not really accurate, but it should be around this era, this time. And it's a UNESCO World Heritage, and it's one of the 7 wonders of the world. So it's a quite significant place to visit, and it's a must-visited place in the world, not only in Jordan. So Petra is in the south part of Jordan, as you can see here. And it's in the middle of the desert, and it's built inside the mountains. So it's like mountains, desert, like from big scale of desert, then some mountains in the desert, then Petra was built inside those mountains. So I will speak about Petra for a while. So Petra is a whole city. So you need to go to this city, you should take the highway. And at that time they didn't have highway, they have a sirk, which is the path to Petra. So it's 1 kilometer long. As you can see in the first picture here, it's a 3 to 4 meters wide. It's between 2 mountains to protect the city, so people used to walk this distance to reach the city. And at the end of the Sir, which is called the path to Petra, you can see Al-Khazna, which is the treasury. So many people are confused about Petra and Al-Khazna. So the Petra is the city, and this is some part of the city, the treasury where they used to keep the money and the gold. So it's not Petra, this is called Khazna to be more specific. And as I told you, Petra is a whole city, so they should have some entertainment in their city. So they had Petra Theater, which is one of the ancient theaters in the history. And again, it's a city, so they have places to pray and to practice their religious rituals. So it's called Ad-Dir in this picture. So in order to reach this Ad-Dir place, you need to climb a mountain. You should go up for around 1,000 steps to reach this place. It's quite far away from the main city, but and some people call it the small Petra. And as you can see, the Petra colors, like rose colors, the mountains are rose, not black or white. So it has another name, it's called Rose City. So it has like some kind of different names. And as I said, it's a major attraction in Jordan, so we almost have 800 to 1 million visitors a year. And it's a quite good numbers for a tourist in a small country like Jordan. And it's one of the most precious cultural properties of man's cultural heritage. So a fast forward to the future, like this, that was like Petra in the ancient before BC. And now let's move to the newest eras, where Jordan was part of the Byzantine Empire, or the Eastern Roman Empire. So Jordan was part of the Eastern Roman Empire from the 1st to the 7th century. And this is the map of the Roman Empire, and Jordan was part of this, mainly was part of the Roman Empire. It was not only a part of it, it was an important part. So the Roman Empire at that time, they decided to dedicate or to group 10 cities together based on language and or culture, and they called those 10 cities the Decapolis. Deca from 10, and the Decapolis would be the 10 group cities. 6 of those cities are in Jordan. So Philadelphia, Gerasa, Pella, Gadara, Rafana, and Dayon, they are in Jordan, in current Jordan, and they were a part of the Decapolis. Nowadays they have different names from their ancient name, but when you go to those cities, actually it's an open museum, so you can really literally walk on that places and you can see the ancient Roman empire, like buildings and their other stuff. So as I told, like Jordan is a major part, so I will show you some pictures. I can't, because we have many places for the Roman Empire. So I will show you some pictures. So the first one is called Hercules Temple. So Hercules used to come here, and when he visited that cities, and this is believed to be his hands. This is called hands of Hercules. Anyway, so, and as Roman are famous of their theaters, we have many theaters, Roman theaters in Jordan. We have around like 4 or 5 theaters, Roman theaters in Jordan. And usually we have some kind of a yearly events taking part in those museums. And this is different cities, it's called Jerash. And they used to have almost 1,000 columns, Romanian columns, but many of them were destroyed because of earthquake happened during the history. But we still have a good part of those columns in Jerash city. And this is the gate of Jerash, where it used to be the entrance gate for the ancient city of Jerash. And since we have many Roman archaeological places, we have some historical shows that you can see the Roman soldiers fighting or taking some kind of shows so they can resemble what were happening at the Roman Empire time. Okay, so this is for the Roman Empire. I already described the Petra, now the Roman Empire. And away from archaeological places, we have some important religious places as well. It goes through any dynasty or any kingdom that ruled Jordan. And even Jordan now is a majority of a Muslim country, but we are proud of hosting major Christian historical sites or religious sites. So the 2 major places are Mount Nebo and baptism site. Actually, they are really close to each other, like maybe 10 kilometers away from each other. So Mount Nebo, where it's believed Moses was granted a view of the promised land. And in a clear day on the Mount Nebo, you can see four different countries. And it's believed those four countries are the promised land in the Bible. And another important place, actually, Jesus himself came to Jordan and got baptized there in the Jordan River. So it's called the baptism site, where Jesus got baptized by John the Baptist. So it's really it's a really important place to visit for Christian history in Jordan. Therefore, many popes, Vatican popes, they visited Jordan, and particularly to Mount Nebo and Maqdas al-baptism site. So in 2000, John Paul II visited Jordan. Of course, he visited the Mount Nebo, and Benedict XVI in 2009. And a few years ago, Pope Francis visited Jordan and the baptism site, and he's some government officials. He is like praying in the baptism site. So it's a really important place for Christian people in Jordan. And away from religious and archaeological sites, we are gifted in nature as well in Jordan. So we don't have oil, but we have Dead Sea. So it's like, so the Dead Sea is, as its name, it's called dead. There is no fish life in the Dead Sea. It's really a salty place. It's really salty lake or sea. It's the Earth's lowest elevation on land, so it's 430 meters below sea level. And it's one of the deepest hypersaline lake in the world. It's 300 meters deep. And one of the world's saltiest bodies of water. Actually, when you go to Dead Sea, you can float without any effort. So for lazy people, it's really a good place to go. It's really salty, so you can float by yourself. Like the density is much higher than the density of the normal. So if you are lazy, please come to Jordan. No need for effort. Only kissing and that's it. Yeah. So, and another important thing in the Middle East, it's the salt itself in the Middle East. So you can see the salt formation in the Dead Sea. And it's a really high quality natural source, natural salt. And the other thing is the Dead Sea mud. So actually, this is my brother and my two friends. They visited Jordan 2 months ago, and they've been to the Dead Sea. And I took their pictures without asking them. So the Dead Sea mud is really good mud for, it's widely used in cosmetic products because they believe it's really good for the skin to make it soft. And of course, after relaxation, in the Dead Sea you need to relax your skin, so you should use the Dead Sea mud. Okay. And we are gifted in the Dead Sea and Wadi Rum. Wadi Rum is one of the amazing places in the world to visit. And it's called the Valley of the Moon because it really looks like the moon. And after discovery of Mars, they decided it looks like Mars, not the moon. But we didn't change the name. We kept on the moon. So this is some pictures of the Dead Sea. This is where the pure desert in Jordan. This is the desert part of Jordan, actually. And it's a red colored desert. It's not yellow. It has a lot of mountains. Like desert mountains, and you can see very weird shapes of rocks, the formation rocks. I don't know how it was developed this way, but it does exist. And some people are still living in their Bedouin life in the Wadi Rum. So Wadi Rum provides a really good chance to visit the moon and even Mars. So So if you want to make a movie about Mars or the moon, come to Jordan. Yeah. So this is what they are doing. So those are the movies were filmed in Jordan. So many of them are very quite famous movies. Not for me, I don't watch movies usually, but for people who know, they should know about many movies from here. So the Lawrence of Arabia, it's it's 70s movie, I believe, and it's a seven Academy Awards. It got a winner of 7 Academy Awards. The Indiana Jones, the Martian movie, the recent movie, like 2 years ago, I believe, and Rouge One, Star Wars, where people old like me, we used to watch Mortal Kombat, 90s, and Transformers as well, and Nicole Kidman, the Queen of the Desert. And actually, I found like almost 50 movies were filmed in Jordan, but I didn't put them all because many of them like local movies or like not that famous movies. So I assume people will know those movies. So okay, so now our friends will help us, and Samantha. Yeah. So they were really generous to us. I asked them to try our traditional dresses. And again, I would like to thank the embassy. They got us the dresses. And please welcome them. They are coming from the back. Yeah, so this is basically our traditional dresses for women. So usually it's a red-based color, like some deviations of red. Okay, except for it's not red. I'm color blinded. So okay, so this is like the typical Jordanian dress, and this is for women. And for men, usually we wear it like this way. Okay. Okay. So this is for men. This is the typical way of wearing for men, or the way I'm wearing it. And like the young generations, we are wearing like this way, around our neck or shoulders. And sometimes we put it in some way in our heads. But for me, I only can do this, and they help me. And we have like two basic colors for men: the black one and the white one. And so that's for it. And really thank you again, and please thank them again for us. Okay, and actually this is some kind of arts in Jordan. So like the way they, and like in our history, they used to make by their hands. It's like a handmade usually. And so this is some kind of arts. This is like first art I wanted to introduce to you today, and the second art is called sand hotel art. It's inspired by the mountains of Petra. Like as you can, this is some mountains in Petra, and they have this kind of like formations. So people got inspired by this kind of formations, multicolored sand mountains, and they start doing this, drawing this by colored sand, and they fill it in the bottles. So I have a video. I want to show you the process how they make it, and it's always a handmade. You can do it in a machine. It's always a handmade art, and it's really famous in Petra. Yeah. So this is a first movie I want to show you. So now he's drawing a camel by a black sand. Yeah, it's a colored sand. So those are the mountains, and now this is the sky. This is a small bird. Yeah. This is the sun. Yes, and they fill it with different colors of sands. So we have different kind of arts, but I introduced this specific art to you because 2 months ago I was in Jordan, and I was preparing for this event. I got you some sand bottle gifts. Yes, but anyway, Jordan, we don't like giving away for free. We should ask you questions. So we will ask you questions, and the one who answers, he will get gifts. Okay? So the questions are mainly from the presentation, and if you listen very carefully, you will get some sand bottle with different kind of gifts. But this is like the things all away from Jordan. Okay. So the first question: what's the capital city of Jordan? Oh wow. Okay. Okay. You. Yes, you. Yes, yes, true. Yeah. Yeah, that's you. Yeah. So what's
Amma?
So he is Mr. Amir from the embassy and he wants to answer. Awesome, wow. Okay, he was right. Amman, yeah. And this is another name of for Petri. I took from this side, so now from this side. Samantha, you read it. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, Samantha, sorry.
The Rose City.
Rose City. Yes, it's the Rose City, she's right. Okay, so the third question is the Dead Sea elevation. Okay, it's you. I'm sorry, me? It's up to you.
Around 300 meters below sea level.
How many meters?
Like 300?
No, it's wrong.
Okay.
430? Yes, it's true. Okay, please come too late. So he said it's a difficult question, but no, actually I put it in the presentation. So question number 4. The largest number of non-citizens in Jordan are from this you. Please. Syria. Yeah. Yeah, Lana will. She's okay. You can't go to her. She broke her leg. She's in charge. Actually, like this question is, I put it for a purpose. Like, even it should be a fun presentation, and we should have our fun. But if you have a crisis, a humanitarian crisis in your country, you should highlight it in any kind of events. Ignoring this crisis or just avoiding it won't solve it. So, unfortunately, in Jordan, we have a lot of Syrian refugees. They didn't come because Jordan is that perfect country they want to live in. They just left their country to seek refuge in Jordan. So we have around, in 2017, we have around 800,000 Syrian refugees in Jordan due to their civil war and the political situations in Jordan, in their country. And unfortunately, our fifth largest city is a refugee camp, a Syrian refugee camp. So I'm saying this like we should try at least in any way to help those people, and we should not forget it. Okay, the fifth question, name of a movie was filmed in Jordan. Yes, you, yeah. Diana Jones, yeah, you're right.
Diana Jones.
So many movies would be right. So the last question won't be that easy. Okay? Did anyone visit Jordan from you guys?
Oh, not you.
No, non-Jordanians. Oh, wow. Yeah, that guy. Okay. You visit Jordan? So no one visited Jordan?
You? You did?
I did, but only technically.
In the airport?
In the airport?
Okay, no, you actually visited Jordan. Which borders? You are from Israel, and you are in the borders. You are in the borders. It doesn't count. No, it doesn't count.
I swam in that sea on the other side.
So no one been to Jordan.
I traveled through it by road. Yeah, so
So
I
he
was in
supported.
for 2 hours.
So you supported our national airlines? Did you use our national airlines? Jordan.
No, by car.
Ah, by car.
Yeah.
Ah, then you've been to Jordan.
Yeah.
I thought it's an airport. Okay, like, yeah. Okay, so he came to Jordan more than anyone else. He was in the borders, you were in the borders, but the sea borders.
I promised to
So,
go to Jordan.
you want to go to, me too actually, yeah. I miss my country, I want to go. So, please, anyone can come to Jordan. Actually, this question I asked because Jordan is a safe country and it's really safe to visit. Unlike the other misconceptions in the Middle East, Jordan is really stable country and it can be visited anytime. So, like 2 months ago, I was with my friends, like Korean friends, and we really enjoyed our time in Jordan. So, this is the last question, and now, why the food? Yeah. Okay, so we try to prepare our very delicious food for you guys today, and it's called uzi. The first dish is called uzi. This is the main dish. It's a rice-based dish. Okay, thanks. So it's a rice-based dish. With some kind of with a fried carrot and with carrot and don't get excited, like just wait. Okay, it's a carrot and beans with a meat, and it's usually cooked with a grilled rice or with a grilled chicken, sorry, and falafel. Falafel is a traditional fried beans, and it's usually we fried it, deep fried, and it's really good taste, I believe. So I hope you like it. And the last thing is a lentil soup. So please have a good, nice meat, and thank you everyone for coming here. Again, I would like to thank Huda for helping us, the embassy for coming from here, and KAIST and ISSS for sponsoring and allowing us, the students, to present our countries and to other people. So thank you everyone for coming here, and please enjoy your meal after this comment. Yeah.
Thank you very much. I hope you guys learned a thing or two, or maybe many things about Jordan.